Hello, I'm Ava, and I am about to completely ruin for you forever the film A Star is Born. I'm sorry. If you consider yourself a feminist, I may be about to ruin for you this film franchise called A Star is Born. This is a franchise because, as we know, it is actually a story told and retold. In 1937 with Janet Gaynor, in 1954 with Judy Garland, in 1976 with Barbra Streisand, and now in 2018 with Lady Gaga. The storyline is basically the same in all the films, with a few small differences. And the fact is that this movie is pure and simple a tragedy about the relationship between woman and man. And that is what is so important. The story that we are all so taken with is a tragedy. So here's the basic plot line for those of you who have been living under a rock for 50 years or so. A young girl who is nobody and nothing from nowhere has big dreams, and she's talented, but nobody cares. She meets a famous male star completely by chance. He is taken with her and decides to help her with her career dreams. He suffers from alcoholism. She is controlled by the fame machine, which changes her name, her appearance, and her origin story. With the help of her now husband and the big fame machine of Hollywood, her star rises and she becomes famous. As her career takes off, his goes into the toilet. She wins an award, but her husband ruins it by making a drunken scene at her acceptance speech. He goes to rehab, but it doesn't help. He overhears her thinking of giving up her career to devote herself to him and to his recovery, and he can't stand this, so he commits suicide. She returns to the stage, singing him a teary tribute, and continues her career, but the man she loved is dead. Fin. So, sure, the performances are all great, but look at the actual story and consider the messages that it gives to both women and men. Young girl with no man in her life, this is before meeting a man, is nobody and nothing with her big dreams. The message: females are nothing on their own. Even if they have dreams or intentions for themselves, they must wait to meet a man to make things happen. So she meets a famous male star completely by chance, and that's important, completely by chance, and he is taken with her and decides to help her with her career dreams. The message: females are at the whim of fate. She doesn't meet him through her own merit or abilities or action. She meets him completely by chance. He decides to be interested in her. He decides to be interested in her. The message for women: you need a man to be interested in you in order to have great opportunities. If a man takes no interest in you, then you remain nothing, no matter your abilities. He suffers from alcoholism. Message: the man who will save you, who will bring you all your chances in life, the little nothing girl from nowhere that you are, the man who will bring you everything you desire, is fatally flawed and is going to, through his flaws, ruin everything. We continue with the plot. She is controlled by the Hollywood fame machine, which changes her name and changes her origin story and changes her appearance to make her more acceptable to the public. The message here: you, woman, are absolutely not good enough on your own just as you are. Your identity is not good enough, so we change your name. Your appearance is not good enough, so we change your looks. Even your actual life story is not good enough, so we make up a fake history for you so the public will be able to relate to you as a type. You're the girl next door type, they decide. You're the perfect wife type. You're the temptress type. You're whatever we, the patriarchal machine, says you are. If you want to achieve your dreams, you have to go along with these lies and these fake labels in order to be successful with the public. You get no say. People don't want real, actual, honest women. They want a type of woman. And they, the public, is trained by the patriarchal machine to like the image that is presented to them, the image sold to them by the machine. The message? Woman is a commodity. With the help of her now husband and the fame machine, her star rises and she becomes famous. The message? Only with our approval, only with our attention, only if you please us, the people in power, will you get what you want. Interestingly, his last name is Main, and she becomes the main attraction. We are subtly told that she is his creation, not her own. So the story continues. As her career takes off, his goes into the crapper. Message? As woman becomes more powerful, men have to become weaker. As woman gets what she wants, men have to lose what they value. We are told that the desires of woman cancel the desires of man. They cannot both have what they want at the same time. That's the tragedy. They cannot both be completely happy and fulfilled. Oh my goddess, what a message. So yes, she wins an award, but her husband ruins it by making a drunken scene at her acceptance speech. The message? Sure, woman, you may get what you want, but something will spoil it. You are not allowed to be perfectly happy. There is also another message here in the Judy Garland version. When she returns to the stage after her husband kills himself, she introduces herself with his name, Mrs. Norman Main. Her identity is completely erased, and the audience rises to their feet with a big cheer. Woman, we applaud you for erasing yourself. So he goes to rehab, but it doesn't help. And the message? The male is incapable of healing. He is fatally flawed. He cannot be helped. He's a disaster. No matter how talented, no matter how smart, no matter how charming, men are, at their core, dysfunctional disasters. That's the message. So he overhears her thinking of giving up her career to devote herself to him and to his recovery, and he cannot stand this, so he commits suicide. Message? He's a disaster, but he's a noble disaster. He believes he must eliminate himself from her life so she can have what she wants, what's good for her. The message? For women to get what's good for them, men must leave them. He is ultimately harmful to her. What a terrible message for men and women. In the end, she returns to the stage, gives him a teary tribute, and continues her career, but the man she loves is dead. And the message? Woman, you better reconsider all those dreams of yours, because you are never going to be allowed to have it all. You cannot have secure and wonderful love, continuing love, and a successful and satisfying career at the same time. If you demand what you want for your own life, it will destroy the man you love. That's the message. That's the actual message of this movie. It's a tragedy, and it's a false tragedy. And women need to see this very clearly and reject, utterly reject this tragedy love story for themselves. Because you do not want this to be the model for your life unconsciously. We women should not buy into this. See the truth. This movie plot told over and over again is anti-woman because it tells women that in the end our dreams are harmful. This movie line is anti-male because it tells men that they are fatally flawed, and if they want to be good to women, they should just leave. It tells everyone that for women to have what they want, the man they love must be eliminated from their lives. This movie is told and retold and told again. 4 separate versions that Hollywood has made. Why? Because even women who know better are culturally conditioned to accept that love is a tragedy, that their desires are dangerous, and that they can never have everything that they want. And just like violence has been eroticized in modern times, love tragedy has been romanticized in modern times. What a bunch of crap. What a bunch of lies. As long as we continue to be fascinated by love tragedies, love will continue to be a tragedy for us. Oh, but no, some people say, no, there would be no storyline without the conflict. And that's true. A story, to be interesting, pretty much has to have some kind of conflict that develops and then is resolved. In this tragedy, the conflict is resolved sadly with everyone losing. The man loses his life and the woman loses the man she loves. But this movie could have a happy ending and still be very interesting. It could have the same conflict and could end with the man finding healing in the love and support of this good woman. And then they go on to have very successful careers. They star in big successful movies together, and they have a bunch of kids and dogs and horses on their ranch and live out their golden years together in love and joy and abundance as the royalties roll in. With all that we now know about psychology, about the law of attraction, about focus, creating your reality, about relationships between women and men, about feminism and the empowerment of women, with all that smart women know about all this in 2018, that is the movie Lady Gaga should have made. A Star is Born. Be your own star. Birth yourself. Make your own happiness. Life does not have to be a tragedy. Make the movie of your life every day a happy ending. Blessed be.